Hello friends and welcome to the channel. This is Mahesh Gadvantikar. So in the today class I am going to explain you about the location of the nodes in the finite elements method. So where in the finite element method the location of the node is the one of the important factor, where the location of nodes depends upon the geometry, and it is depends upon the material properties, and also it is depends upon the loading conditions or the nature of loading. So based on the geometry, so sometimes suppose there is one uniform bar, the bar it suddenly changes its diameter or its area, where when a stepped bar, we can say when in the stepped bar the area is suddenly changed at this point. So when the area is changed, then you have to consider the location of the nodes. So like that, when the sudden changes in the geometry, we will going to apply the nodes. Okay, so that is the one example. So later I will explain you how you are going to adapt and what is the necessary one and what is the optional one, that we will come to know. Now in the material properties, so this is another important factor when you are locating the nodes. Suppose if you take the element 1 is made of aluminum, and if there is another element, if it is made of steel, then the materials in 1 and 2 are different. So when materials are different, so how you can represent the node loading, so that we also will come to know. And loading conditions. So based on the loading conditions also, suppose at the node 1, at the element 1, if there is an load, it acts at the middle of the element. So there, how you have to consider the point or how you have to consider the nodes, that we will discuss now. Okay, so now we will take the one example. Suppose based on the geometry, so this is element 1 and this is an element 2. It is a stepped bar. So one end is fixed. Now, so we can represent the nodes here and here. So this is a mandatory. It means it is an node 1 and it is an node 2. So it is a compulsory where you have to represent the nodes. But when the cross section is changed, so there also you have to represent the another node when the cross section or when the area is suddenly changes, there you have to represent another node. So 3 node is compulsory in this problem. But in case of uniform bar, there is an uniform bar. When in the uniform bar 1 and 2, node 1 and node 2 are compulsory. Okay, so you have to represent node 1 and node 2. Where if you want to represent the another node, this is an optional here, because there will be no loading conditions and there will be no material changes. So this third one, becomes an optional. It may be length, it may be equal or it may be unequal. Okay. So now this type of uniform bar, you can divide this element into number of parts. So you can represent the node 4, 5 when it is in uniform, means it should be an regular distance. Okay, with an uniform distance you can divide this element, right? So similarly, again we'll take one more problem of geometry. When there is a beam element and here the supporters, and in the beam element if the load is uniformly distributed, that is UDL load is acting, and here the compulsory node 1 and node 2 you can represent, node 1 and node 2. So it is an UDL, so uniformly distributed load, so there is no suddenly changes in the loading condition. So there at the middle you can take one more at the middle. So the node 3, it is an optional. node 3 is an optional. Okay, so like that you can take. So here L1 and L2, it may be equal, right? L1 is equal to L2. Again, we'll go to next one, material properties. So based on the material properties, again as I said you, suppose it is the element 1 and element 2. So if it is made up of aluminum and this is made up of steel, so both the materials are different. When both the materials are different, again it is an stepped bar, anyhow you have to take third one. But if it is an uniform, if the element is uniform and element 1 and element 2, if you divide like that, and this is an aluminum and it is an steel. So when the materials are changed with uniform bar, so there where the materials are changed, there you have to consider another node when the materials are different. Okay, so for this problem, anyhow at the stepped bar you have taken three node, and for uniform section you have to take when the materials are changed. I will take the another example when there are two elements are overlap. So this is an aluminum, and again if you take this is a brass. So two metals are overlap and becomes a one plate. It means it is an bimetallic element. So and there may be some loading condition. Let us take some loading conditions here. Now how you can represent when the two metals are joined together? It is like a butt joint. So 1 and 2. Okay, so 1 and 2 is the element. So here 3, 4 and 5 you can represent as optional with uniformly equally division. Okay, 3, 4, 5 is the optional you can divide. So if you want to increase the more number of element, so the result which will be more accurate here. And some of the example we can take on the beam also. There is an uniform beam and supports at their ends. Now there will be loading condition at the middle. Okay, now I am going to discuss about the loading condition. So there is a load at the middle. Let us take P. And now if you want to make this element into discretize, so at 1 and 2 here there will be loading condition. 1 and 2 are the supports, so you have to represent node 1 and node 2. So at the middle where the load is acting, there you have to represent another node, that is third. Okay, so here L1 and L2, it may be equal or it may be unequal. So where the loading condition is applied, so there you have to represent the node 3. And again one more example I can take here. Suppose the loading condition where the load is applying here at the middle of the element. So here also you can take one more node. So here this is 4 and here anyhow it is represented third, and if there is a one more loading, so there also it will be fifth node. So wherever the load is acting, there you can consider the node. Okay, so we'll take another problems on beam. So there is an beam element again and supports at their ends, and the uniformly variable load it is when the loads are fluctuating. The loads values are different here. Okay, let us take this as 7 kilonewton per meter and this as 2 kilonewton per meter. So the values are different. So anyhow you have to represent the node 1 and node 2 at their ends, and where the load is suddenly changes, so there you have to represent third when the loading conditions are changed. So 1, 2, 3 nodes you can represent for this type of problem, right? So similarly you have to understand based on the geometry, and when the materials are changed, suppose sometimes this may be one material, another material, when the materials are changing from element to element, so there you have to consider as nodes. Again the loading conditions, it may be at the middle of the element or it may be at the nodes, the load it may act. So there also you have to consider the node. And again